Welcome to my home and welcome to my heart. You'll see that I labeled today's meditation, moving meditation, peace. Is it elusive? Some days it absolutely is. So what do we do when peaceful moments seem to be elusive? At this moment right now, things feel very calm around here, but they weren't a few minutes ago. I've got some people texting me needing some help with certain times. I have 5 little puppies here and oh my goodness, they're very peaceful right now. They're all sleeping, but 5 minutes ago, they do their potty business in these wood pellets, and I've got one. They're 8 weeks old now, just about. They're ready to go in the next week. And they're getting very rambunctious, and this one just keeps digging in the pellets, and it's flying all over the place. So there's a major mess there, major mess. But now they're all covered in pellet dust, and they're sleeping very happily. So what happens? What do we do when peace just doesn't seem to be here? We're pulled here, all over the place with some pretty catastrophic things sometimes. How do we rebuild that? How do we reclaim it? What is the requirement of peace? What does peace feel like? What do we want from peace? Do we want it constantly and forever and always and just sitting on the mountaintop with nothing happening? Or can we reclaim peace? Can we create peace? Can we invite in peace in the moment, in moments, and join those moments together? So for instance, in a few moments ago, it was pretty crazy in here. And at the same time, I was being pulled in different directions by different people. Help me with this, do this, children, adults, and my own inner stuff that says you're not good enough and oh my goodness, I just want peace. So how do we reclaim that? Well, today, this is Wednesday, and as we've talked about in many of these, but I talk about these specifically and individually in each session because this might be the only session you come to. And this might be the only taste you have of Spring Forest Qigong. And I'd like you to know that there's wider, deeper, wider spaces that you can create peace and joy and happiness in our practice. And so today, as we think about peace, we think about how elusive it can be and all the different reasons why it can be elusive. When we practice this practice or any other practice that you have that you do regularly, but Spring Forest Qigong is very specific in its ability to integrate body, mind, and spirit, and therefore bring all those things into a soul that already is magnificent. When we practice these things on a regular basis, it conditions our body, it conditions our chi. We're going to talk a little bit about chi. Actually, go to yesterday's and I'll expand more about chi right there. I just want to share a story that I experienced about 20 years ago when I was at a workshop with Marianne Williamson. And Marianne Williamson is they're called kind of thought leaders. She's a person that's put a lot of work into understanding how love works. And the name of this workshop was Return to Love. And in the morning, she presented a lot of interesting information and taught the workshop. It was really cool. And then at noon, just as we were breaking for lunch, she said, so after lunch, we're going to do an open mic session where you can ask me some questions. And the cynic in me said, oh my goodness, this ought to be good. Open mic therapy. And because I went to help me resolve and help me to learn more about how to lead with love and how to be more in a loving space rather than scared spaces and depressed spaces and things like that. I mean, we all work in the spaces of non-peace. That's part of the human condition. So I was looking to develop peace. So after lunch, people lined up at the microphone, and there were probably easily 500 people in this workshop. And I watched. And the first person would present their difficulty, and Marianne would give them a little bit of insight into perhaps how that, I don't remember exactly what she would say. She would give them a little insights, and then she would say, do you have a personal spiritual practice that you practice every day? And the next person came to the mic, presented their issue. She gave them a little tiny bit, a little snippet of something that they could consider in resolving their issue. And then she said, do you have a personal spiritual practice that you practice every day? Every person she gave that same question to. Do you have a personal spiritual practice that you practice every day? And she didn't dictate what that was, and she didn't say that you should, read from the Bible, the Quran, anything like that. She just said, do you have a personal spiritual practice that you practice every day? And that has stuck with me for well over 2 decades. It's probably more like 25 years ago that I read that or experienced that. And so as we take that here into our Qigong, Qigong is a science, and it is the science of the body, the mind, the spirit, and the soul. And you cannot remove the spirit and the soul from science because they are scientific as well. They act in certain manners. They change according to certain laws of the universe. And one of those laws of the universe is vibration. And as we vibrate in certain ways, a low vibration changes our body. It brings in certain hormones that work in certain ways in our body, and a higher vibration changes our body and works in a certain way. The hormones work in a certain way that changes our bodies in other ways. And so as we understand the physical laws of the universe, we can start accessing those laws to create something different than what we had. So today is day 3 of our 5 healing elements, and Master Lin has studied he studied Qigong with many different masters in China. He speaks 5 different Chinese languages, and Qigong is a study that has been handed down person to person to person over the ages for about 6,000 years. So as it's handed down, the truths stay the same, and they're delivered. Master Lin has studied so vastly wide and so vastly deep. But he wanted to bring this practice to you and me who haven't had that time to study. And so he thought, okay, what's important here? What's important here? What's important here in this practice? He took the important parts, simplified them, but kept their power, and distilled them into the 5 healing elements that we teach in our level 1 Qi activation class. That's the foundation of everything. In that Qi activation class, we have the Small Universe meditation, which is a signature meditation to Spring Forest Qigong, and is extremely simple and extremely powerful. And we have the understanding, we start the beginnings of the understanding of the Qi. And as you go on to the different levels of classes, the concepts that you learn in level 1 are then expanded wider and deeper. So these 5 healing elements that we keep repeating, if you're here on my Facebook page, if you're on the Qigong Spring Forest Spring Forest Qigong Everyday Facebook page, you're going to see these 5 healing elements repeated over and over and over again. They are the foundation. We get them wider and we get them deeper, but we also repeat them over and over again. Because the more repetition we have, the more we condition our bodies, we condition the Qi in our bodies to work. Master Lin says, you don't have to understand everything about how a car works to be able to drive a car. Just get in and drive the car. So let's drive the car today. Movement number 3 is connecting heaven and earth. We're connecting with the expanding emotion of peace. The contracting emotion is anxiety. One of the first things that we do is we release any extra emotions, any extra energy that's ready to go. So let's begin to tap. We're going to tap between our eyebrows. And it's interesting what just happened in my personal body as I began to tap, because I'm working in my mind right now. I'm giving you information. I'm very much focused in my mind. As I started to tap, those 4 little first taps, my whole body just kind of went, and I shifted. Because that vibration, and because I tap frequently, that vibration and that tapping shifted me into a different place. And now we're going to tap under the eyes. This is the stomach meridian. And my tapping was very swift, and now I'm going to move into, my body says, oh, slow down. Now we're in teaching But now we're in experiencing mode. So yes, I'm teaching, but I'm also experiencing at the same time in my own body. Left hand up, under the left armpit. On the right armpit, and our breathing now is in through the nose and out through the mouth. And that yawn was spontaneous. It just releases everything in my ears. We're going to tap down our torso. We're going to tap on our sacrum. The sacrum is this bone, the base of our spine, creates a lot of bone marrow. It is the hinge, the joint, the gateway between our legs, which carry us around, and our torso, which allows us to live because all those organs of living are in there. We can survive without our legs. We can't survive without our torso. But the sacrum is the gate between them. And we're going to tap on our hips. The little divot in here. And we're going to tap on the groin. That one for me, the arthritis that I'm experiencing sits in those hip joints. This one for me is very relaxing, very releasing. And down to our knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And now we're going to begin to bounce. So as we bounce, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Feel and close your eyes. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, and close your eyes and become aware of your body. Become aware of the different little spots in your body that say, oh, I've got a little tension here. I'm tipping to this direction. Your body will call you. As we become in tune with it, our body will call us into alignment. One of the functions of Spring Forest Qigong is posture. How we hold our bodies when we meditate. Because how we hold our bodies actually sends in a hormonal change. This goes into the horse world as well. When I've got a horse that's worried about something and his head is up and he's full of adrenaline, if I can bring that head down, physically move the horse's body into a different shape, I will change the chemistry that goes through the brain, and therefore change the emotion that the horse is experiencing. It's the same thing with us. As we bounce and we close our eyes and start scanning inside our body with our third eye, our inside eye. We start scanning and we start feeling what is out of alignment, and these alignments will be just little tiny shifts. So right now my shoulders feel like they're ever so slightly rolled forward. I'm going to open them back and down. And when I do that, my rib cage opens. And when I do that and my chin goes up, the back of my neck or back of my head starts getting tense, I drop my chin down by stretching up through the spine. And then my bounce goes deeper. And I'm already, even in this preparation space, we're moving chi, we're opening energy channels, and we say to ourselves, Spring Forest Qigong healing is message healing. We say to our body and our cells, all my channels are open, open, open. All my cells are working perfectly. All the energy is flowing smoothly through my body and is open in perfectly open energy channels. We're going to allow our hands to float above our head. Floating, floating, floating. Releasing extra energy. And as they float up, allow the shoulders to just slide back and down, the shoulder blades to open. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. A gentle smile on our face. All of this softness, the breathing, the shoulders dropped, released, the smile, they all tell our body, every cell of our body, that they are safe. In the class, level 1 class, which is a 7-hour class, which is why you don't get it in 30 minutes here. We'll teach you why the body understands that it's safe. Remember to take things at the level that you can. All Spring Forest Qigong movements can be done standing, sitting, or lying down. And swiveling back and forth. We're going to use our breath and come into a quiet stillness off a last exhale. In through the nose, out through the mouth. You're still bouncing. Blowing out through the mouth. And land. Feel the tingling in your body. You might feel energized. If you have a medical condition or a fatigue condition and you've only been able to bounce and now your energy is depleted, feel free to sit or lie down. You can see that my hands have moved away from my body. They kind of just float out there now. And I can feel an energy outlining my whole body. This is Qi. I can feel my palms have a pressure in them. This is Qi. I can feel my fingertips tingling. This is Qi. Qi is energy with a life force to it. It's alive and it's vibrant. It has a blueprint. It knows exactly how our body, our mind, and our spirit can connect completely with our soul. And it has intelligence. We're going to bring our hands to the lower dantian, our navel area. Women, your right hand will be next to your navel. There's a space between your hands and the navel. Men, your left hand will be next to your navel. If that doesn't feel right, adjust your hands until your body feels okay and feels comfortable. Here we say the password, I am in the universe. The universe is in my body. The universe and I combine together as one. The password is an invitation into the emptiness of the universe. Into that space that is vast and eternal, has no beginning and no end. Looks to us as we stand on our little tiny earth in the middle of all this universe as endless emptiness. That's a human word. That emptiness holds full unconditional love, and it holds all possibility. And so as we say this password, I am in the universe. The universe is in my body. The universe and I combine together as one. We go into that emptiness. Everything in our world is from the emptiness, and everything will go back to the emptiness, just like our bodies go back to the earth when we pass on. The emptiness holds all the information of the universe, so we have access to all the information. The emptiness holds healing information. The password is like numbers in a combination lock. Until you have put in all of the numbers, the lock will not open. And once we do put in all the numbers, we access power, the unconditional and the unfathomable power of the universe. And here we call upon the energy of our master. You decide who your master is. We see our master coming across the universe to us. A beautiful smile on their face, if they have a face. They have in their hands a ball. And that ball is wisdom, and they hand that to us. Our master shares his wisdom and their wisdom with us. And we call upon the energy of our Master. And we set the intention for our practice. We can say something like, Dear Master, with deep gratitude for all that I know and all that I am, the little tiny bits that I know, and the vastness that is available to me, I have deep gratitude for these possibilities that have been given to me and to each one of my brothers and sisters on this planet. With that knowledge and that gratitude, I set the intention for my practice today. Now you set the intention for what you want from your practice today. I'll leave a little silence. And now that we've set the intention for our practice, we step into our practice. Bringing our hands to the lower dantian, the intention that we have set is our yi. And our yi instructs our qi. Remember that the qi has intelligence. And we might think to ourselves, well, if it has so much intelligence, why doesn't it just perfect my body and heal everything? Because that intelligence never takes away our choice. Our choice comes from our intentions. And as we refine our intention, our choices become purer. And then our choices inform our qi, which then vibrates at a higher level and heals our body, our mind, and our spirit. As you feel here this energy ball, feel an energy ball in your hands. This is yin energy and yang energy. Male and female, all of who each of us are. Feel this energy, this yin and this yang. We are joining yin and yang in this energy ball as we move it, receive it, shape it. This energy ball is filled with, encompassed about by, and created with unconditional love. We can invite into this energy ball in our mind's eye, that third eye, anyone that we would like to invite into a healing space. We can invite ourselves into this energy ball. We can invite into this energy ball people that we love. We can invite into this energy ball people that we hate. As they come into this energy ball that is filled with the unconditional love of the universe, all extra energy that came for many different reasons becomes dissolved like a puff of smoke, goes back to the universe. Here we now take this energy ball and we raise it up and we connect with heaven and earth. And as we raise it up, we allow our chin to drop down. Bring it up to the heavens. We connect with the heavens. This beautiful energy ball that has all possibility in it. And all the things we would like to heal. And we bend our knees and breathe in. And breathe in the feeling of peace. And as we stretch up, we release any extra energy that doesn't feel like peace. We breathe in, and we breathe in the feeling of peace. This movement connects with our stomach system and our spleen. As we bend our knees, we can envision the color yellow. Yellow vibrates at a higher vibration. Say to yourself and all of your cells, I am peaceful. Right now I feel completely peaceful. All of my energy channels are open. And in this moment, right now, I am peaceful. As you breathe out, you release with love and gratitude any extra energy, extra emotions. They brought in wisdom, and so we can release them with love and gratitude for the wisdom that they brought. And as we breathe in peace. And so on every inhale and every exhale, we are breathing expanding emotions. If your hands are tired, allow them to float back down. Envision your hands above your head with energy ball. That beautiful ball of peace. Envision yourself with that ball in the air. Going into silent practice. I invite in peace in every breath. Peace fills every cell of my body. I am connected to heaven. I am connected to earth. I am connected to all that is. I am connected to my master. I'm connected to the emptiness that holds all information. In this peaceful stillness, I receive information specific to me based on my intention. Bringing our hands back to the lower dantian, the beginning of the universe. Our qi that's been running through our whole body. Now we cultivate it and condense it. So feel between, my fingertips just tingled even more. Feel between your palms and your lower dantian, your navel. Envision that light spinning faster and faster. It's a ball of light. That orb that we had in our hands now is condensed and becoming smaller and smaller, but denser. It's concentrated. It becomes Dan, and Dan is a medicine. It is a medicine from the emptiness, medicine from the universe, medicine from our master. And it spins faster and faster and brighter, and we invite it into our lower dantian, into our navel, and it sits in the bottom of our torso, and there it is a reservoir. It is a vibrating, humming reservoir from which we draw as we go throughout our day. It is healing, it is balancing, it is energizing. And now we harvest our qi by rubbing our hands together. Taking our hands to our face has points on it, energy points that represent our whole body. So as we stroke our face up to the hair, to the top of the head, this hairline, we say to ourselves, I love you. And use your own name. And as you do this, because our face has all points for our whole body, we're sending messages to our whole body and to our mind and our spirit of love. I love you, Roxy. If we say it out loud, we introduce more vibration, because the vibration of sound heals as well. I love you. When we harvest our chi, it's like we're putting on a coat to go outside. We're going to tap the top of our head. In meditation, our whole cells and our whole body are open to the universe. And now we're going to just put up a little boundary, the back of our head, our eyebrows again, down our chest. Feel how peaceful you feel right now. I'd love it if you added into the comments whenever you see this, what kind of changes you felt from the beginning of your practice till now. We're going to clap our hands. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Lifting up the left arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the right arm. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to interlace our fingers and rubbing our whole torso in clockwise manner, as if you are the clock and you're looking out that way. And as we rub our organs like this, we say to ourselves, I love you. And we thank our organs for all the work that they do for us. We're going to rub our kidneys, the backs of our hands. And remember, we're working with the stomach system today. We're releasing any anxieties. We're replacing them with peace. We're going to tap our kidneys. Kidneys are a little bit above the sacrum. And we're going to rub our kidneys with the palms of our hands. The palms of our hands have an acupuncture point that goes straight to our heart, and our heart is connected with love. So as we use the palms of our hands in any manner, we're sending love and kindness to those kidneys. We'll talk about kidneys on Friday. We're going to tap our sacrum. We're going to tap the outsides of the hips. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the groin. 6, 7, 8, 9. And down to the knees. We're going to tap just above the kneecaps. We're opening up 8 energy channels on either knee. They're opening up down into the earth. And to the back of the legs, back of the knees. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The left knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the right knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Up on our toes and dropping to our heels. If you're pregnant, don't do the heel drop. 3. You can envision yourself doing it. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Feel better? Drop some comments in. Tell me what you changed from the beginning of your practice to the end. I love you. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me today. Whenever you receive this practice, if it's later today, in 2 years, I have lots of people that comment from practices that I've presented a long time ago, 2 years ago, and I'll get something in my notifications that says, oh, thank you for this practice. So the energy that you feel whenever you receive this is real, and it's healing. Namaste. I love you.